Hello. Hi. Welcome to my kitchen. Version 2023. I have a brand new kitchen, as you can tell. It's still not done yet. If you haven't followed along and you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say I have a new kitchen and how big of an impact and amazing thing that is, go check out my vlog channel, which will be linked below, which will have some vlogs that talk about the destruction and demolition of my entire half house because of water leaks and issues. I'm now in my upgraded, remodeled, redone kitchen. It's still in progress. I still need backsplash done and I still need to bring stuff home from storage. But as I'm filming this is the first meal I will be making in my brand new kitchen. Exciting, right? So using stove and the water and I know it sounds so weird. I didn't have a kitchen sink for this many days, which is insane. Today it is a gloomy Seattle day with lots of dreary rain, and I thought I want a big hearty bowl of soup, and I've been craving beef stew. So I decided, let's do it. I'm gonna make a beef stew. My version is gonna be a little bit different from what maybe you would do. Vegetables, in my opinion, are interchangeable. You can swap out for whatever veggies you want. Today I have some zucchini, carrots, celery, potatoes, onion, and some beef, obviously. So let's get started. In my pot, some olive oil. A good amount of it too. I'm gonna have to get more. It's been so long since I've had to buy olive oil because, hello, I haven't been cooking. I wanted to also welcome you to this new series or new idea that I have for my channel, which is to do a cooking show. I don't have a name for it. I'm just starting out, so bear with me. I think the lighting's pretty decent. I think the sound could be better, but you know what? We're just working with what we've got here. I was so excited and eager to film. So in my pot here, I've got some olive oil. I'm going to turn the heat on to about medium, and then I'm going to open up my beef. That sounded really odd. So what I did was I got finely diced beef. They had stew meat at the grocery store, but I didn't like how it was cut. The meat counter was closed, so I saw this and I thought, you know what, this will still work for the purpose of stew. It'll just be really finely cut meat and it'll cook faster, which means I get to eat faster. But we're just going to start with onions, actually. So I have about a cup full, I think this is a cup, about a cup of onions. I love onions. And I held back a bit because I could normally do like a whole onion. So let's shake this up. Make sure the onions get coated in that olive oil. So in this cooking show, eventually I'll have guests on and I'll be a little bit more strategic and thoughtful about what I talk about, because right now it's just me gabbing on about life, and yeah, might be interesting, might not be, whatever it is to you, I hope it's good. As they've done work around my house, there's just been dust everywhere, and what were clean dishes aren't clean anymore because they're covered in drywall dust. So I'm having to like rinse off everything. There's still stuff in storage. I mean a full storage unit. It's a 5x10, and it's packed from floor to ceiling. It is something. It's something. I have, my drink of choice today is a Zevia Black Cherry. So it's like a cherry, it's not cherry cola because they have a cherry cola flavor, but it's like cherry soda. However, I do have my secret weapon here, which I will be drinking in a little bit. This whole thing will not go in my soup, although it could. It very well could. But I'm going to save some for myself. I think I need a little wine today. You know what the most glorious smell in the kitchen is? Onions when they're cooking. And I have a kitty cat by my feet. So if I trip, I may or may not edit that out because it might be funny or not. But we'll see. Add just a little bit more olive oil so it's sticking a little bit to the bottom. Add some cracked peppercorns. There's something about the toasty roastiness that comes from black peppercorn when it cooks in olive oil. It just smells amazing. It gives it such a lovely flavor. And with onions, like, it elevates them to the next level. As I said, I'm hungry. I'm growling because I'm feral with hunger. So we'll let that cook for another 20-30 seconds, and then we'll add the meat. How is everyone doing? Are you doing well? How are you faring? Like, how's life? I haven't been on YouTube in a really long time because life has been rough, but you know, I'm here. I'm surviving. Hope you're doing more than surviving. I hope you're thriving and doing amazingly well. Yeah. Have you tried any new recipes lately? Because I am so excited to be able to cook again that I want to try everything. And I'm going to be doing so many more cooking videos soon too, since my kitchen's upgraded and the lighting is so much better and I have so much more space to work in and I'm singing like a weirdo. Yeah. Okay, let's add the meat. They're a good cut. This is a good cut of meat. I just realized, everyone, I forgot to add more oil. Well, we're going to do that now. Drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. Just gotta mix this up real good. Turn up the heat to a little bit higher. Okay, while that's cooking, let's talk a little bit more. I don't know what to talk about. That's weird because I talk way too much for most people, and they think I'm weird because I talk too much. By the way, there's so many cool things coming up. So, first off, I'm going to Greece in a few weeks with one of my best friends. And I am so ecstatic because we're going to be there for 18 days, something like that. And we're doing the full Grecian tour. So we're going to start in Athens and work our way around the mainland and then eventually get out to the islands. So we're going to go out to Santorini. We'll be in Mykonos. We'll be in all over. I am thrilled. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to vlog the trip. I kind of want to, but I also kind of don't because I want to be able to enjoy myself and not think about it, but we'll see. Also, I'm in school again full time and I'm almost finished with one of my degrees and it's been a ride, y'all. A very long ride. Yeah, that's it for now. So now the meat is fairly cooked. It's a little pink yet, and that's when the magic's gonna start. I'm gonna leave it as it is. I'm not gonna let it cook all the way down yet. Maybe it's wine time. So this is a Cabernet Sauvignon, one of my favorite reds. In terms of the kind of red that I like. I love a Cab. This one is just a Boda box. It's a cheap, inexpensive, small thing of wine, and I really like it. And here we go, red wine. I'm not even measuring, I'm just dumping it in. Oh, it's so good, guys. So good. Increase the heat a little. So this looks a little odd. It looks purple. It's like beet juice or something. Yeah, this stuff looks incredible. And it smells so good. Oh, you guys don't even know. But I hope you try this at home. You know, I make up my own recipes all the time and I just kind of tinker around in the kitchen. And I decided years ago that I wanted to share my cooking with everyone online via YouTube. And then, you know, life got in the way, moving, bad kitchens, hard to film in, that sort of thing. And now we're in a place where I can film comfortably and have the space and lighting to do it without having to invest $1 bajillion into it. Anywho, I'm gonna let this simmer for a few minutes, let some of that alcohol cook out, and let the meat really absorb that, and then I'm gonna go in and add some bouillon. This is the better than bouillon. If you're making this at home, you can throw in a beef bouillon, or if you have beef stock, you can do that too. I'm just using what I have on hand. I really like this stuff because you can choose how flavorful you want it without having to waste broth. Sometimes you buy one of those small quarts. Are they a quart? I think they're a quart size. Sometimes you buy a quart of that and you find out it's way too much and then you end up wasting the broth. At least with this, you can make as much as you want at a time and not have to worry about wasting anything. All right, this has been simmering. I'm gonna take a good healthy spoonful of this stuff and just plop that right in. And then I'm gonna add in some water. Quite a bit of water. I added roughly 4 to 5 cups if I were to guesstimate at the moment. Let's give this a swirl and a whirl. So I'm gonna bring this to a boil now, and then I'm gonna add in my potatoes. The potatoes are gonna get stained a bit, but that's okay. I'm using red potatoes because they were out of the other kinds at the grocery store. I'm also gonna add in some sliced carrots. Mix that in really well. Add in more water. And a little bit more water. And I'm gonna bring this to a roaring boil. My kitty cat is yelling at me right now. What? What? Hi. Say hi, everyone. My name is Sandy, and I'm the cutest, most sweetest orangey kitty in the whole wide world. Should I try some of this wine? It's very sweet. So this one has some aromas of black cherry, a bright red currant that are balanced by hints of cedar and vanilla in Boda's enchanting Cabernet. The lively finish is marked by notes of ripe cherry, plum, and vanilla. Smooth yet medium-bodied, relish this wine with robust favorites like a classic chili or a juicy New York strip in a movie on a sofa. Yeah, that sounds lovely right now, especially with our gloomy weather. Instead of a movie though, I'm going to be watching Star Trek today because that is my comfort show. Well, multiple shows. Been watching Discovery and Picard. Oh my gosh. Okay, so today is Easter Sunday when I'm filming this, and the newest episode, which I think was episode 8 or 9, 8 or 9, just came on Thursday, and it was so good. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but Vadic, Amanda Plummer, who plays Vadic, oh my gosh, she is an incredible actress, and she plays the most fantastic villain. She's kind of psychotic. She's also a little empathetic. She's a little weird. She's a little off her rocker a little. But then you see a non-human. She's not human. We'll leave it there. She's not human. Ah, so good. So I just watched the latest episode the other day, and this next episode is going to be so good. I'm going to let this boil, how many minutes? Probably about 3 to 4 minutes. I'll reduce heat a little, because I have a feeling this might boil over. There might not be enough room in this pot here for what I'm making, because I still have celery and the zucchini to add, but I'm adding it last because I don't want it to get so soggy. The carrots and potatoes, however, definitely need to cook down, so they need the longest amount in the pot. There it goes. It's boiling over a little. One thing I was going to put in here that I totally spaced out on were peas. I thought I had some frozen peas, and it turns out I ate them all already. So I didn't want to go to the store to get some. So this will be a pea-less soup. That sounds really weird. Instead, I'll have the zucchini. Also, it is a soup right now. It's supposed to be a stew, which is going to be thickened. One of the things I like about potatoes and soup is that it has that natural starch in it, so it should thicken on its own. The magic in making a stew get thick is just letting it cook for a while. So this is going to take some time to cook down. So we're probably going to fast forward a little bit here. Actually, I need to do a little taste test right now. Definitely need some herbs. I'm thinking some thyme and salt with some pepper. Maybe a pepper. Alrighty, so it has been a few minutes, and the carrots and the potatoes are almost completely cooked through. They're not super soft yet. They're still very firm, but you can push a fork through them. And this is when I'm going to add the remaining veggies. So I've got my celery and my zucchini. I've also reduced my heat to medium-low, And I'm gonna let this sit for a good maybe 20 to 30 minutes. I'm gonna keep the lid off because I do want some of this to cook down. I'm gonna go enjoy some wine and set my timer and do some cleanup. I'm back and I let this simmer for a good almost hour because I fell asleep. This looks incredible and it smells good too. And this looks like a very hearty soup. It's still very soupy, the broth hasn't thickened up quite yet, but that's okay. I'm still gonna eat and this will thicken up overnight in the fridge. I'm gonna add in my herbs, which I forgot to find my thyme. I'm gonna add some dried thyme, some salt, some pepper, a little this and a little that just to give it some taste and some zhuzh. But other than that, that's my beef stew. And I found this 4-pack of Hawaiian sweet rolls from King's Hawaiian, and I'm excited to have a pat of butter on that with some beef stew. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you end up making a beef stew like this at home, if you've ever used red wine in your beef stew. How do you like it? What kind of wine is your favorite? If it's not something that you do, you should try it. This smells so good. I feel like red wine just makes everything smell so much better when you're cooking. So I'm gonna go and eat some dinner and go watch some Star Trek. And that's that for this video. Thanks again for hanging out, and I hope you all have a wonderful, great rest of your day. Stay electric, and I love you. Mwah. Bye!